Hello, dear students. Welcome to Insights, my channel. I am Prerna, your guide for UGC NET English Literature. I hope you all are doing good and your preparation is going even better. And to give edge to this preparation, today we have come up with a power-packed session of PYQs for new criticism. The classes we have done already on our channel. People who have not watched it, do follow the crash course videos free of cost which are given on my channel. Also, students who would want to follow up with the free test series, you can download my application inside it from the Play Store. The link is given in the description. And students who would want to increase their score. So this is the first session of our course which I have launched, and the next classes will be on my application, and we are going to have PYQ sessions wherein I will be giving detailed explanation of each and every topic, literary theory and literary theory subtopics, structuralism, post-structuralism, British literature, and then we have literary criticism, Indian literature, so on and so forth, and chronology as well. And we will also take care of the revision sessions of most important topics to boost your score in December 2024 attempt, so that you can crack it in the very first attempt. And students who are in this loop of giving attempts again and again, so that you can get out of this loop, this batch is going to be very beneficial. Today is the first class, so do download the app and join the batch. For first 50 students, I would want to tell you that there is this exclusive offer, 50% discount, wherein you will, and if you enroll the batch right now, you can get the batch at only rupees 1999. And I have kept the prices affordable so that everyone can avail the benefits of the courses. And do like, share and subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can avail the benefits of the free crash course which is already running on my YouTube channel. Okay, also if you want to join free test series for UGC NET English Literature, here when you download the app, in the free material section you will get the test series. I have already uploaded the test for new criticism, so you can go solve the test. Also, I have come up with the solution detailed explanation in this lecture. So without any further ado, let's get started. So now we have our first question. Which of the following is not a key principle of new criticism? So this is the first question. So while we were studying new criticism, you must, if you have followed the lecture, you must be knowing that in new criticism, they focus on form and content. Okay. So for example, if I have a text, so let's look at the options and then I will let you know. So first option we have, which of the following is not a key principle of new criticism? And one request from my side, while we are studying, I would want to tell you that while we are solving the questions, I would want to have an interactive session. And how we can make it interactive? When you comment in the comment section, whatever your doubts you have, whatever new sessions you want me to come up with, whatever answers you feel is right, or you can have a discussion in the comment section, because it is going to be helpful in your preparation. Because when you will be sitting in the exam, you will recall that, I wrote this thing in the comment section. So do write down in the comment section how did you liking our lectures, or what changes do you want, or what more topics do you want. All right, so yes, which of the following is not a key principle figure of new criticism? No, key principle. So here we are talking about the concept. So we have A, close reading, then autonomy of the text, historical biographical approach, and unity and organic form. So what is going to be the answer of this question? Okay, I would want to explain you now. In new criticism, we have studied so far that if we have a text, new criticism says that we only have to look at the text, what is inside the text. Okay, what is there in the text? We have to look at it. We don't have to look at its background. We don't have to look at its historical structure or its genre, or who is the writer of this book. If I have written this book, the reader need not know that who has written this book. So they solely depend on the autonomy of the book. So let's move on to the answer. Which of the following is not a key principle of new criticism? So we have the options: close reading, autonomy of the text, historical biographical approach, and unity and organic form. So as I told you, that historical biographical approach should not be given. Okay, autonomy of the text is given importance, close reading has to be done, and unity and organic form. We need not know the historical and biographical structure of a particular text. Moving on to the explanation, I would want to give you a few important points. That new criticism was developed in England in 1941 by John Crow Ransom. John Crow Ransom's first work was the new criticism, and then the new criticism became the name of the movement itself. Okay, then it became the name of the movement itself. The title of the work became the title of the entire movement. जो उन्होंने बुक लिखी थी वही पूरे मूवमेंट का नाम बन गई थी. Rather than worrying about the author's background or your own reaction of the book, in order to analyze a book, you need to evaluate the text, and we need to evaluate both form and content. Okay. Next, we have the question, arrange the following works of F.R. Lewis in the chronological order of their publication date. Chronological questions have been repeatedly coming up in the examinations. Repeated questions I have come up with, जो बार बार हमसे exams में पूछे जा रहे हैं. Again and again, NTA, UGC NET is asking these questions. So we have first option, new bearings in English poetry. So for solving these kind of questions, we need to know the year of the important work, or we can learn them by mnemonics. The great tradition, the common pursuit, new re-evaluation. So if we look at the options, so we have A, D, B, C. So first we have new bearings in English poetry, which was written in 1932. Okay, then we have re-evaluation, which was written in 1936. These years are important. They can ask such questions in the examination. Then we have great tradition, very important work of F.R. Lewis, wherein he tells that Jane Austen is the most important writer for us to follow. She is the most important. If anyone follows her, then he is following the great tradition because her works are so great, and he is criticizing Charles Dickens and Thomas Hardy. So we will be solving question on that as well. So many important points have been have popped up while we are solving the repeated PYQs, repeated MCQs. Then we have common pursuit. So new, then re-evaluation, new bearings, re-evaluation, great tradition. Then we have common pursuit, and then they also found a journal called Scrutiny with her wife Queen Dorothy Lewis. Okay. Scrutiny is a quarterly review journal edited by F.R. Lewis and L.C. Knights. Okay, quarterly means 4 times. Okay, 4 times in a month, 4 times in a week. Okay, so quarterly edited ये magazine थी, review करते थे F.R. Lewis and his wife Queen Dorothy, F.R. Lewis, Queen Dorothy Lewis. Okay, moving further, but I would want to tell you a mnemonic by which you can understand the chronology of F.R. Lewis. So let's understand this. So we have the right option A, D, B, C. Okay, new, then we have re-evaluation, then we have great tradition, and then we have C, common pursuit. So we have, so how can we learn it? Because question can come up in the exam. Whatever questions we are doing, high possibility that in exam you can face such questions. Okay, so we have new, beer, then we have re-evaluation. So what we can do is, we can here put the R, beer. Okay, beer, great, because then we have great tradition, B option, great pursuits, new beer, great pursuits. This is just for the longer retention so that you can remember it till the examination. not promoting any kind of rote learning, but I do suggest to understand by mnemonics. This is how I qualified in the very first attempt. I did not fall into the loop of giving exams again and again. So this is how you can also, if you like it, you can also follow such mnemonics, and do write down in the comment section if you can come up with more creative mnemonics. I genuinely want you to have interaction in the comment section so that we can fetch the maximum benefits out of the lectures, and the further lectures will be given on my application, so you can download the application and avail the benefits of the course. And I am reminding you again that it is only for the first 50 students, that the course is only for 999. Okay, moving further, we have the next question, which is, which term is most associated with I.A. Richards' approach to language and meaning? ठीक है, अब I.A. Richards was the most important writer in new criticism. He has written practical criticism, principles, and meaning of meaning by C.K. Ogden as well. He collaborated with a lot of writers, so he becomes the very important and crucial writer. So then we have the options. Okay, we have the answer as well. I have given the answer in the first slide. Anyways, we have ambiguity. I will let you know about the all the options, that how we can analyze a question in a 360-degree manner, like how we can holistically solve a question. So here it is given that I.A. Richards' approach to language and meaning, which term is most associated, कौन सी term सबसे ज़्यादा relate करती है I.A. Richards से? So here we have ambiguity. Ambiguity, can you remember that ambiguity is related to which writer of new criticism? I told you, write down in the comment section. I will let you know at the end of the lecture. Okay, ambiguity is associated with which writer of new criticism? Then we have semantic theory. What is semantic? Semantic means the meaning of words or phrases. Okay, meaning of words or their significance or meaning of phrases. Then we have structuralism. Structuralism is a completely different topic in literary theory. Then we have irony. What is irony? Irony is a kind of a situation wherein we feel that, you know, in a lot of text, in a lot of literature text, we come across irony, but we haven't studied it in relation with I.A. Richards. You can refer to the lecture of new criticism. There I have given you detailed analysis of each and every writer. So irony is basically something which is actually contrasting a particular situation. So even this is also not that much related to I. Richards, but I. Richards focused mostly on the text. He did practical criticism. He gave a text, he gave a poem to a lot of his students and they analyzed it, and he did not tell them the historical background. So he was more focused on the semantic theory, and this is how we know that this is the right option. Then he also gives 4 kinds of meaning. Okay, his famous work Practical Criticism, in that work he gives these important concepts. So, you know, a lot of time a question comes that which of the following is not one of the 4 kinds of meaning given by I. Richards. They will give you weird names instead of, you know, they will cut one of them and they will give you different names and you will be confused. So a mnemonic to learn them is SIFT. 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 It is a Punjabi song as well. I really like that song, but I don't remember the singer. Even in the last class I mentioned. So SIFT is a very good song. You guys can listen it as well after the class, not right now. So we can remember by SIFT: sense, intention, feeling, and tone. And now we will not get confused if the question comes from here. In the last pre-examination, a question was asked from here. Okay, so it is an important PYQ. Important PYQ. Do not miss out on this. So sense, what is sense? When we want to convey something to our listeners, when we want to make sense, when we want our whatever we are saying, we want it to have a articulation, a sense of understanding. Then there's a feeling, that what kind of attitude we have towards our listeners. Okay, what is our feeling? Do we want to influence them in a positive way, or do we want to influence them in a negative way? Do we want to manipulate them? Because a lot of times even we get manipulated when there's a very good speaker or very good person who is good with their words. Okay, and then there is a tone. Tone is different. How it is different? See, when we are speaking to our teachers, we are quite respectful. Okay, we speak to them with a sense of dignity. But when we are with our friends, although even then we should not lose our dignity, but we are more frank, we are more fun loving, we are more relaxed. Okay, so this is how tone matters. When I Richards was talking about these four kinds of meaning, and then we have intention. What is the aim? For example, a lot of politicians, they want to influence the public, and that's how they make their conversation. They influence people. Okay, points. Some of the important points related to I Richards, wherein the maximum chances of having a PYQ or a question you can see in your examination. So do not take these questions lightly, because questions have been asked in the exams from this sections previously, and that's how I have made these questions. Okay, free test series. If you want to avail the benefit of it, you can download the application, and there you can get the free test series which I will be uploading on daily basis of different topics. Okay, so here we have I Richards also takes into accounts its effect on readers. So I told you that this is a book. He has not given its historical background, and his readers, his students were analyzing poem, and each and every person's analysis was completely different. Okay, that's what I Richards was trying to say, and was trying us to understand, because he was analyzing the effects on readers, that how readers are perceiving a text. So effect on readers is very important. Just a second. So effects on reader. For him, the real value of poem lies in the reaction and attitude it creates, whether or not it is conducive to greater emotional balance, equilibrium, peace, rest in the mind of the readers. I. Richards has used the term, a very important term. Okay, in RPSC assistant professor exams, this question have been asked. So do give it a little bit of focus, and I want your undivided attention as always. So this denotes a harmony and equilibrium of our impulse. Okay, the meaning of this word, so they can give you a question from here as well, so do remember it. Then we move on to the next question. Fr Lewis, once again, what is Fr Lewis main argument in the great tradition? What is the main argument of Fr Lewis? Novels are primarily a form of entertainment. Only a few novelists exhibit a high moral seriousness in their works. What was the main core of the great tradition? We know that Fr Lewis was highly influenced by T.S. Eliot. He was highly, and he was all people also used to say that he is second Eliot, because he was so much inspired, he was so influenced by his works, that he also gave a lot of his works um, relation to T.S. Eliot's work. We will look at it in the explanation of the question. So we have four options, then we have second options. Only a few novelists exhibit a high moral seriousness in their works. Then we have option C. Popular fiction should be regarded equally with high art. D option. Literary criticism should focus on social background of a text. So what was the main argument? Okay, let's have a look at it. Only a few novelists exhibit a high moral seriousness of their works. Now, who were these novelists? So, I also told you to learn this by a mnemonic. So, do give it your attention so that you can also remember it by a trick. So, I have given this, that triple J and G. Okay. Now we have Jane. Then we have Joseph Conrad. With G, we have George Eliot. Okay. And one more we have, we will look at it in the explanation. And then we have Henry James, very important. Henry James. Although Charles Dickens was highly influential novelist, Lewis initially excluded him from the great tradition. Charles Dickens was excluded. However, in later essays, Lewis revised his stance and acknowledged Dickens' contribution. Now, which of the Dickens work? यहाँ से भी question आ सकता है. Okay, a question can come from here as well. That which of the Dickens' work, was appreciated by F.R. Lewis, and it was Hard Times. Do remember it. It was Hard Times. And now the concept given by F.R. Lewis. So we have Triple J, Jane Austen, Joseph Conrad, Henry James, and George Eliot. He said that these are the novelists we should look up to, because these are the novelists who have written great work. Okay. He says that there are few great novelists, that is Jane Austen, George Eliot, Henry James, and Joseph Conrad. Even like these are the novelists which are of high value. And he has also included D.H. Lawrence later in the list. Okay. Isko bhi yaad karna, do remember it. They can ask such questions. That's why I have come up with this PYQ series. Do watch all the sessions, and you can watch the sessions as I've told you in the batch, by enrolling in the batch. Then we have I.A. Richards introduced the concept of stock responses. Now, what are stock responses? What does this term mean? Now, you must have read I.A. Richards a lot of times, but you must have not come across what are stock responses, and that's how we feel that questions have come out of syllabus. But no, questions have come up, but you have not understood the concept in a very good manner, in a very detailed manner. That's why you are not able to solve them. So there are four options. We read them out. Reactions based on thoughtful critical analysis. क्या stock responses ये हैं? What does it mean? Responses influenced by personal experience. Are these stock responses influenced by personal experience? I just talked about objectivity, that if this is a text, no historical background, no genre, nothing outside the text, only this text, no writer's background. Predictable conventional reactions based on cultural or societal conditioning. Okay. Emotional responses guided by text imagery. I. Richard introduced the concept of stock responses. What does this term mean? This term means predictable conventional reactions based on cultural or social conditioning. जैसे if we read this text, and if we know about the historical background, if we know who has written this text, then of course we are bound to have preconceived notions, we are bound to have prejudice. हमें पहले से ही लगेगा कि हमारी कुछ जो पहले से ही perceptions बन जाएंगे, prejudice बन जाएंगे. Okay, भेदभाव, prejudice meaning. So prejudice, we will have some prejudice towards a particular text, and we will not be able to understand it objectively. Emotional responses guided by a text imagery. Okay, this option is not correct. And it is based on social conditioning, like how we perceive our society around us, how we see people around us. This is how our perceptions are forming each and every day. That's why we categorize certain kind of people if they belong to a particular geographical area, or if they belong to a particular caste or if they belong to a particular state, that these people are like this, these people are sweet, these people are a little bit rude. So that's how we categorize it, because we are socially conditioning. So these are the things which he calls stock responses. Okay, these are the things which he calls stock responses. So stock responses refer to predictable and conventional reaction that readers have to certain themes or situations in literature, often based on, as I told you, our social conditioning, cultural conditioning, rather than a thoughtful engagement in the text, that we were not objectively seeing it. If we are seeing it by historical background or our prejudice perceptions, then there are stock responses. So we have more questions, but we will take it in our tomorrow's class. For this session, I just wanted to keep it a power packed, a short session, so that you can get a brief idea about what kind of initiative we are running. So if you want to be a part of it, then of course you can download the application from the Play Store. The link is given in the description, and also you can get in touch with my Telegram channel. Okay, Telegram channel's link is also given in the description, which is Prerna UGC Net English. Okay, all there, even on our Telegram channel, we are having daily polls. I give all the updates. If you want the PDF of this section, so I will upload it on Telegram. So people who have watched it till the end, this is a reward for you, attention span reward for you, that you can get the PDF in the on the Telegram channel, and you can get all the important pointers. Okay, and do like, share, and subscribe with your friends. Let me know in the comment section. Drop your comments in the comment section and let me know how did you like it. And thank you so much. Have a great preparation ahead and all the best for your preparation. Happy learning.